Educational Society presents Rescues on the Runway.
And now, your host and MC, Director of Chattanooga's Humane Society, Mr. Bob Citrullo.
I'm Janine Floyd, a staff member of the Humane Educational Society. This is Mystique. She's a year old and was found as a stray. Mystique has severe demodectic mange as opposed to the very contagious sarcoptic mange. We treated her with oral ivermectin and baths twice a week with Maliced shampoo, which was left on her for 10 minutes. We kept her in a non-stressful environment to encourage healing. She also had heartworms, which we've treated. Her hair eventually grew back, and she was adopted by a very nice young man who adores her.
My name is Jared Johnson. I adopted Mystique about 2 months ago from the Humane Society, and I renamed her Maya, and I can't imagine what life would be like without her. I'm about to graduate from UTC. I wrestled there. I'm a chemical engineering major, and with me today is my roommate Corey and his dog Leo.
Well, this is Leo. These two dogs are like best friends. It's been like a blessing having Maya in our house. We also have two other dogs. All four of them get along so well. They have so much fun. We have like a fenced-in backyard. We put them out there. They just run for hours, and then they come in and sleep together in the same bed.
We like to take them out to play disc golf about once a week. We take them out here to the dog park. They love to run and explore and love to play with other dogs.
I'm Cassidy Garrett, and I'm an employee at the Humane Educational Society. And this little kitten here is Ellie. She came to us as a kitten about 8 weeks old, and she has been stepped on by a horse, and it has broken her leg. It broke the head off the femur on one of her legs, so she's going to have some surgery to take care of that. And she is quite a little trooper. She doesn't even act like she knows that she's injured. She has such a good personality. Isn't that right, Miss Ellie? I've been fostering her for about a week and a half until she can go and have surgery to repair that.
A woman found Gypsy and brought Gypsy to us, and Gypsy had a healing broken leg. With everything, with all the stress and everything that she had between coming in here and being outside, she came down with pneumonia. We treated her with multiple antibiotics while she was here in our care. We also done an inhaler on her at least once a day for a couple of days, just to open up her lungs due to her breathing. She got better over the course of a few days of being on the antibiotics and the inhaler, and the woman who actually brought her in adopted her.
Hi, my name is Jordan, and this is Gypsy. And I found her like outside of Wendy's, and her leg was broken, so I took her home with me, and we got attached to her. So we brought her to the Humane Society, and now we finally have her back.
I'm Mary Catherine Wade. I am on staff at the Humane Educational Society. This is Tyson, and he is a boxer pit mix. He's about 3 years old. He came in to us as a stray. Tyson had some neurological damage to his leg. He had some feeling in his shoulder, none in his arm, but he also had a little bit in his paw, and it kind of hindered the way that he was running and the way he could move. And so we went ahead and amputated it, and he has been doing excellent since. He has adapted very well to not having an arm. I've never seen a dog with 3 legs run as fast as he can. He's a super, super sweet dog, and he's been here for almost a year. He's got a rubber chicken. He loves his toys. He especially loves tennis balls, are his absolute favorite. So after we had his amputation done, we went ahead and treated him for heartworms, and he's been in recovery for that. In about a month, he will be completely well and available for adoption. What? He desperately wants a family.
Well, this is Wobbles. Hey, buddy. And he's got a bit, as you can tell, and we'll show him as we walk around a little bit. He has, from birth, somewhat of a defect, but medically he's fine. It's just that they named him Wobbles because he does wobble. We expect him to be a very healthy dog other than that, and this is really about giving second chances to a little guy like this. What are you doing?
What's the matter? Now he's squeaking his head. That might be enough for you. Wobbles was born with this condition. We believe that Wobbles has either cerebellar ataxia or hypervetria, both of which have similar etiologies and are incurable. We are proceeding with further diagnostic tests, including a thyroid panel and spine x-rays, in the hope that his symptoms can be lessened somewhat. He is a wonderful, happy dog, and if we can find the right adopters, he could have a good life.
I'm Joyce. This is Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne and I found each other in January after I had lost a cat of 15.5 years in December. They told me how loving he was, the fact that he had been injured and that he had a crushed paw, and that he had been down there for 2 months with nobody adopting him. He came back from the vets, and I went back down to pick him up, still had staples in, hadn't met him, and said I'm taking him home with me. You can't swim in the sink? Yes, he will. He is like totally soaked by the time we get done playing in the sink. Oh. He doesn't know he's disabled. He has no clue that he's disabled. He does everything any other cat would do, up and down stairs, litter box, you name it, this cat can do. Open covered doors. There's nothing he can't do. He is, as you watch him walk, you know that he's missing the paw because he has a gait that's not very fluid. But when you watch him run, you know, he's a fluid in motion. He's just a beautiful cat. I'm just grateful that Humane Society is a place that takes in these animals that are hurt and injured and old and sick, and to be able to know that they took care of him so that I could have him. I mean, what a blessing.
when I saw Teddy, he was very calm, he was liking lots of attention, and they told me that he would be good with other dogs because I already have another Labrador at home. So I decided to foster him, and at that time we found out he was heartworm positive. Well, I wasn't sure about fostering a heartworm positive dog, but my husband was like, yes, we need to, I like him, I love him. So we did. We took him home, he did great, but at some point when we were fostering at home, he got into some kind of rat poison or something. So we just knew he wasn't acting right. So I took him back to the Humane Society, and at that time they figured out that he had been poisoned with rat poison. So we had to go to the veterinarian and get blood transfusions and a vitamin K transfusion and all kinds of stuff to help him live, because they weren't sure if he was going to make it the first day or so. Well, we ended up getting a donor from the shelter, and they gave him some blood, and he ended up doing good. He had to spend a few days at the vet, but we got him back home, and he's been doing really well. We think he was a stray, and I think I know why, because when he got to that rat poison, we had just let him off, and he was off like a rocket, like he was gone. Couldn't keep him in the yard, and we're just waiting on him to get his heartworm treatment, and then once we did, I think we're going to keep him. So we love him, and he's a part of our family now, and I think our other dog would be very sad if we let him go now. He was a lot thinner whenever we first got him, like you could see his bones and stuff, but he always had this little part right here, this little flap, but now he's got a lot more fat to him.
Hi, I'm Kim. This is my husband Dale, and this is our dog Steve. We got Steve from the Humane Society from the Sequatchie hoarding situation. We saw Steve on the video on Channel 3, and he was so excited to see someone come through. He had his nose up at the corner of the cage, and it made me feel so sorry for him, yet he was so happy to see people that I thought that's a dog that we could incorporate into our home.
Yeah, we've talked about that several times. You know, the fact that he was able to maintain a very social looking demeanor in that horrendous conditions that he was in let us know that he's very resilient, and that was the way he survived it. Because if you can maintain a tail wagging situation in that condition, you are quite a dog.
And that's been borne out since he's been in our household. He had very, very strong reactions to things he had never seen before, like stairs and the TV, the elevator and the car. But we've worked with him just over the last 3 months, and he is perfectly happy with all of those things. He jumps right in the car, he gets right in the elevator, and he sleeps with the TV on all day.
Because you would think a dog that has been in those conditions would not be very, I guess, social. They'd be very timid. They'd be very fretful, if you will. They'd have trouble sleeping at night. But he has come in here, and we are crate training him. As you can imagine, that's one of the little, I guess, the little snafus he has every now and then, because he never got let out of his cage. So he got used to doing that in just his own environment. So, but that's gone very well. He responds to treats very well, and that's how most of his trainings came about.
When we go to the dog park, he loves the other dogs, but more than that, he loves the people. Come on, Steve. Come on. Sit. Good boy. Shake. Good boy. Down. Good boy.
Sit. Good boy. Steve. Up. Up. Good boy.
Good boy. Shake one more time. Good boy. Proud parents. Say, that's all I got.
That's all he has.
That's all I got. That's all I got. Marshmallow's the best training treat ever.
Trooper had been so horribly abused that he was afraid of everything. Everyone at the Humane Society assumed that he would live out his days as the Margaret Brock mascot. Then Laurel and her daughters came along.
It took about 3 months for him to get used to walking outside, and then probably up to 5-6 months before he would let other people approach him. He loves to swim. You put him in the water, these two can grab a hold of his tail and he will tow them around all over the lake. I see improvement in him every day.